Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the Kotobukiya Bishoujo of Leatherface from the Texas Chain Saw Massacre. Kotobukiya has made so many Bishoujos of horror icons like Freddy and Jason and Mike Myers and Chucky and Tiffany and Pinhead and Pennywise. One of the ones that they've been missing has been Leatherface from Texas Chain Saw Massacre, and now we have the first of two Leatherfaces. And I had to grab this one because Texas Chain Saw Massacre is my number 5 favorite horror movie of all time, and I love the Bishojo series. First things first, the base. They did such a fun job with the base. You can see here we've got the wooden floorboards with the dusty feathers and the blood and the little bones laying around. Definitely captures the essence of the Sawyer home. Now, the figure itself is a little more curvy than some of the previous figures that are a little more skinny, like Freddy or Chucky, or even athletic, like the Jason figure. As far as taking a character and doing the Bishojo approach of kind of, I don't know, dirtying them up a bit, the approach they went with this was like, well, we'll keep the shirt, we'll keep the apron, and just, yeah, she won't have any pants on. She just forgot her pants. She does have her little white chonies underneath, her little tighty whities. So there's that. But what we do get is some very fun details within the rest of the clothes she does have. I love the wrinkle of the apron and the blood all over the apron. The sculpt on the shirt is really good. They didn't just paint the lines on the shirt. They sculpted them in. And instead of just painting them, I think this is a wash. And if it is a wash, it's a good wash because it doesn't leave too many stray other smears anywhere, but it does make the lines really pop. The wrinkling of the shirt is great. I love that they included Pam's little charm bracelet. That's nice that they included that. Also, perfect job on the tie. I've always loved Leatherface's tie, and I think they translated that into a sculpted statue form really well. Speaking of sculpted really well, this chainsaw is absolutely nuts. The details on it are perfect, and I love that they made it bloody and that they have a little blood drip hanging off. It's a little translucent there. The teeth look great, but yeah, all the details on it are really awesome. Also, she's got killer boots, man. Some nice shading there where it wrinkles. And speaking of shading, the head. The head of hair we have here, you can see it's mostly dark, but it gets a little bit lighter in the back, so then it kind of darkens as it goes further out. It's got the typical kind of Bishojo swirl, that little like cowlick in the front. I think they've done a good job with the sculpt on the hair. I think the eyeball paint is a little simpler compared to how they used to produce these things in the past. And the little pink right underneath the eyes, I don't know, it's a little simple, it's a little heavy-handed. The lip paint and the teeth is pretty solid, though. But this thing retails for $130, and it wasn't that long ago that you can get a Bishojo for like $70, and the prices have just gone up considerably in the last few years. But like the quality output hasn't really changed. The price has, but like nothing, the quality isn't going up. In fact, I'd argue that the some of the materials used, like the hair, it's I don't know what they used to use before, but it feels slightly cheaper now. Some of the skin surfaces feel cheaper. There's not as much skin shading as they used to do. There is some pretty good skin shading around like the back of the knees. You can see right here at the where the kind of wrinkle right there. Same thing with this like wrinkle right there in the elbow. But I remember Koto like being better at skin surface shading, at better paint apps on the eyes. This would be a great $70 statue. Hell, I would get it at $100, but like $130? It's been hard being a Koto fan lately with their Beetlejuice and their Leatherface being like so pricey. At least for $130 you get a second head, so there is slightly more bang for your buck with this. I do appreciate the sculpt on this alternate masked head. I think the sculpt of the stitches right there on the forehead are really solid. The eyebrows look good, and the general kind of shading of the mask when you get to like the neck and the top of the forehead versus the lighter section in the middle. It's a fun contrast to have such like a cutesy, you know, featured face hidden behind a dead skin face mask. I can complain about the price, sure, but this is still a very fun statue. It's a neat pose. I love the chainsaw. I love the bloody apron. If you're into Bishujos and Texas Chainsaw, it is a damn good looking statue. It is fun. It's just pricey, man. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this. If you want to subscribe to my channel and be up to date with my latest reviews, go ahead and click subscribe.